Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Staytiny Zone podcast. I'm your bitch, Knobbe,
I'm Luna.
and today we're just gonna kind of just talk random shit, give you little updates on ATEEZ and Stray Kids, but
We're just shit talking this episode because a few things have happened in the Staytees world.
now don't mistake that for talking shit.
Yeah,
We're just talking about shit.
yeah.
Shit
Don't,
talking.
yeah. Don't take our words out of context.
Nah,
We don't shit talk our boys.
never, never ever.
I'm gonna start out first because I literally just found this out and I found it so fucking funny. So, so Jisung gets on Bubble, right? And he shares this photo. As we all know, Stray Kids is now contractually involved with Samsung, meaning that they cannot use iPhones, right?
Mm-hmm.
They have to use Samsungs. Why did this man post photo on Bubble using his fucking iPhone? Now, it's not confirmed it is his iPhone. He said it was a staff member, but we know them boys love their iPhones. And
Everyone does. It's iPhone. I mean,
exactly. But he posted a picture with his iPhone, and then everybody was like, "What? You have iPhone? Thought you were a Samsung." And he had to do damage control on Bubble, and he was like, "Oh no." He was like, "It was a staff member's phone." He was like, "Don't mistake."
damn.
He was like, "Don't mistake me for an iPhone user because I have a Samsung." But he,
Not
yeah,
even blaming the staff member.
threw the staff member under the bus.
He really
Dog.
did. He said, that's not mine. That's my manager's. I don't know what you're talking about."
That's what he did. Because everybody was like, Ji Sung, what are you doing? And he was like, don't misunderstand. It was a staff member's phone that I took the photo on.
As if that makes it any better.
Yeah. And I literally was just scrolling through and saw that and I died of laughter. Because I was like, damn, Jisung. Like, he looked good in the photo. Not gonna get me wrong, because Jisung.
Was it a
But
mirror photo, or how do you know it was an iPhone?
it was a mirror photo.
Oh, okay.
Because he was like, he was kind of sitting like how I'm sitting, kind of like sitting back, but there
Mm-hmm.
was like a mirror in front of him and he had his iPhone and like doing like a reflection thing and you could see the iPhone. So that's how they knew that it was an iPhone, was because it was a mirror like reflection thing. And I
Gotcha.
was like, and yeah, man was tweaking out.
He was probably freaking out, thinking, oh, fuck. Oh, fuck.
He was like, Chan's gonna beat my fucking ass. He was like, I'm just,
You know they all have iPhones, though. You know.
especially Hyunjin. Hyunjin cannot live without his iPhone. That man is the biggest iPhone user than anybody that I know.
I can't live without my iPhone, so I felt that.
I got both, but I still find myself reaching for my iPhone more than I do my Samsung.
Because Samsung sucks. Anyway, speaking of iPhones, Young is gonna buy an iPhone 15 for him and Hongjung. and he's gonna give it to Hong when he's in when they're in France. They're in Paris because
For Fashion Week?
they're going to Paris together.
For Fashion Week?
Probably. I don't really know. I thought maybe it was for Hong thing with Balmain, but maybe it's Fashion Week. I don't know.
It could be Fashion Week because
I don't follow that, so I have no idea.
well, because speaking of that, because also too, like Minho, Hyunjin, and Jungin were all involved in a minor car accident. That is also one the news is, but it ties in with this because Hyunjin and Minho were supposed to go to Fashion Week, but since they were involved in that minor car crash, they
Hmm.
canceled their appearance. So that's the only reason why I brought that up, that it could have been Fashion Week.
Maybe it is. I don't really know.
But we're gonna be fed.
We've already been fed.
I mean,
I about threw up the other day. So ATEEZ was on a new thing called, it's not a new thing. They were just on the whatever it's called. It's called Idol Radio, I think. But they performed. Everyone had a different hair color, okay? But okay, backing up. A couple of years back, okay, there was an iconic hairstyle for Uyung, okay? It was that
mm,
like two-tone shit, like the Narcissa Malfoy hairstyle where it's blonde underneath and like black on top, right? 18 he
mm,
called it like Oreo. He was Oreo because he had Oreo hair, right?
mm.
That was revolutionary. It was amazing. He had his artist of the month with Studio Choom in that hairstyle. It was amazing. Everyone thought he wouldn't get it back. He did. He has Oreo hair now again, and it's fabulous. It's way better than before because his hair's so luxurious and long, and it's beautiful. And the most like intoxicating thing about it is that he said that this is step, the one step before he goes full blonde.
That's gonna be legendary because Young's never been fully blonde, has
Yes,
he?
he has.
Oh, he
Back,
has.
yeah, back when around when they first debuted, around that
Mm,
era. I think it was maybe Wonderland era, I think, just early on.
Minky has Oreo hair too, doesn't he?
Yes, but
Not as
I
like
wasn't
what?
paying, no, but I wasn't paying attention to him, so I wasn't paying attention to any of them. Okay. I woke up at like 7 in the morning the other night or the other day because I couldn't sleep. And I look at my phone and I see a tweet from ATEEZ and I'm like, oh, okay, let's look at it. And it's a full group picture. And I don't look at anyone besides Uyung because he has Oreo hair now. And then after I'm like mesmerized, I then look at everyone else and I notice all of them have fucking black hair, including San, whose hair used to be red, and Yosan, whose hair used to be like green, which he just had dyed green again. And then he dyed it black. And then Yunho had blondish, like gray, whatever, green hair shit. And now he's
Gray.
black. Everyone just has black hair now. And it was shocking. And I almost threw up. I started crying because I was like, huh?
Let me tell you, I she Kenobi is an hour before me. Okay. So when she's waking up, I'm still asleep because it's like 8 o'clock in the morning for me. And I didn't have work. So as soon as she saw this, my phone just starts blowing up. And I'm like, and I'm thinking it's work. And I was about to go off. And I looked down at my phone and it's Kenobi. And I was like, okay. I was like, so, what's going on? What's going on? She never does this unless it's about Young. So I opened my phone and there it
What do you
was.
know? It was about Young.
It was Young. She was like, bitch, bitch, bitch,
I
bitch.
was like, I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
She was,
Somebody sedate me.
and then she's just sending me photos of Young. I'm very like just I'm just like, all right, like I'm used to this type of behavior. But if nobody has, if I haven't informed anybody on the podcast yet, my bias has changed in straight
Oh yeah, I don't think anyone knows that.
in ATEEZ. So instead of Hongjung, I am now officially Knobbe level with Woo Young, with Yunho, with Yu,
You almost just forgot his name.
because I blacked out.
Mm-hmm.
I blacked out for a moment.
Uh-huh.
Well,
But
because I call him Yu now.
it was so weird because I go on Twitter the night before and not expecting anything fucking different, right? And there's a tweet from Son with his new black hair, and I'm like,
I saw that.
no, you saw it because I fucking sent it to you. I was like,
Yeah.
Son has black hair now. He doesn't have red hair. He has black hair now. And I freaked the fuck out. And you were the one who was like, I heard that Young might be having the Oreo hair now. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
What? And
I
I,
was like, I think, like, because they were talking about it, like, ATEEZ were talking about it. They're like, rumor has it that Young's getting Oreo hair back. So I immediately told Kenobi because that's her husband. And I was like, look, dog. I was like, your favorite Woo might be coming back. She was like, nah, don't be doing this shit to me. And I'm like, look, I heard it through the grapevine.
I think I died and came back when it happened.
And then, like she said, she don't look at anybody else. So I was just like, okay. I was like, I didn't expect nobody else to have different colored hair.
But I think, wasn't it then I sent you the full group picture?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then my eyes immediately went to Yunho. And then I was dying and I was crying. I was like, what? What? Because black hair Yunho gives me like Daddy Dom CEO vibes. Like, so and then she was like, here you go. After 2 hours later,
Well,
when I'm
yeah.
fully waking up,
Girl, you could have looked it up yourself. I was just providing you with my ooh. That was it.
I was tired.
Did y'all know that this bitch didn't know that Twitter has all the shit for photos? She was like, I haven't seen anything about Yunho. And I was like, bitch, go to Twitter. Go to
Like,
Twitter.
because I'm just not active on Twitter that much
I'm
anymore.
not either, but girl, that's where the holy grail of photos are.
Like, I just stay on TikTok and I stay on Tumblr.
You want to
Those are,
know? Okay, but Twitter and Instagram are both the best places for AT's photos because they post different things on each. They post like there's Twitter photos that they post on Twitter that they don't post on Instagram or TikTok or anything. So then you have these one photos that you've probably never seen because you don't look on Twitter. And then like there's photos on Instagram that they post on Instagram that they don't post on Twitter or TikTok. And so then there's photos you haven't seen because they're Instagram ones. You feel me? Like those photos of San when he got his hair black, those are just a Twitter picture. They're not on Instagram, they're not on TikTok, they're not on anything, they're on Twitter.
guess I'm just gonna have to suck it up and just become more active on Twitter.
I'm not active whatsoever. I just use it for ATs. That's all I use it for. That's where I get all my shit. That's where I get all the good photos. All the good photos I have of like Sunghwa and San and Mingi and Yosang, they're mainly from either TikTok or Twitter. I'm not gonna lie.
We do have to talk about Hua though. We
Oh
do,
yeah,
we do.
mother is mothering, and I'm here for it. He
Yeah.
has the ponytail back, which he hasn't had since he had pink hair, which has been like a good year and a half ish.
Some
And
somebody was saying that Hua, like, because he's in that, like, he was giving hourglass figure and he was like in that like glittery, like kind of like dress
well,
type
yeah,
of
because
thing.
they are on the Elle Singapore magazine cover.
Yeah. And somebody was like, Hua is giving Kris Jenner. Hua is giving the
It is a
Kardashians.
little bit, but like better because it's Seonghwa. It's
Yeah,
mother. Mother is mothering. That's my
yeah.
favorite quote. Mother is mothering. It looks so good though. They all look so good.
Mm-hmm.
Sad that Jungho
But
wasn't there.
what I loved about that whole entire thing was everybody was wearing dark besides Yosung. Yosung was wearing white. He was the only member wearing white.
It's because it was
Everybody else
Yosung.
was wearing black.
Because it was Yosung. Yosung's an
Yeah,
angel.
exactly.
He's gotta
Everybody
look
was
the part. He can't be an angel and not look the part.
exactly.
Bitch just gotta look the part. But no, they all looked so good in it. There's like a whole video on it that actually
Mm-hmm.
um L Singapore posted on TikTok and I saved that shit. So I've got that video on my photo album for life.
I saved
Okay.
that too. So like now, every time that I open up my Z Flip 5, to not sponsored obviously, but um I have that video as my lock screen. It used to be like a collage of Yu, but I made it the L shit. I was like, and it's in crystal clear quality. What else is happening in the ATEEZ world, my guy?
ATs, they're all just taking a break right now. Jongho is recovering. Son, I think, is actually practicing for a solo performance.
Ooh.
So exciting. He has I think it said that he has like 9% like body fat now, which is apparently whoa, like man's is jacked as fuck. Which like good for him because that's apparently where he wanted to be. So like
Mm-hmm.
hats off to
Good for
him for
him.
that.
He's built like a Dorito.
The sexiest Dorito.
Mm-hmm.
But they're all just taking a good deserved break. So
Good. Good. Because they honestly really need it.
I don't really know where all of them are. I know that Hongjun and Uyung are going to Paris.
Mm-hmm.
Yunho is somewhere. I don't really know where. Maybe he's with them. I don't think he is though. He's somewhere. But they're all just kind of taking breaks right now.
He
Yosung
might
is
be at
still
the dorm
emceeing.
just
No, he's
fucking.
somewhere. He's somewhere. He's on some type of trip or something. He just posted something about him. He was ringing a bell. Something. I don't know. But Yosung's still emceeing. Jungho is still recovering. They're all just kind of taking a break.
Chilling.
Yeah.
Stray Kids just did a performance with Lisa. I forgot where they were at, but they just had a performance with Lisa for their song Social Path, and it was amazing because Jisung was harmonizing in the same vocal key
Mm-hmm.
as Lisa. And I was like, vocalist Jisung, give me give me more. Give me more. I was singing the Britney Spears song. Give me more.
I was
So
thinking of the 17 song Fearless. I don't know why. That's a good song.
that is the
Is it though? Do you even know that song?
I've heard it. It's
Also,
been a while.
I just wanted to let you know because I counted my albums the other day. I have
Mm-hmm.
42 and 20 of them are ATs, which means I need one more to make it half. So I'm gonna get one more. Obviously, I'm gonna get more, but like right now, I need to make it half. So the collection's going up.
Mm,
We're at 42, which is actually really exciting. So
okay. I don't know what I want my first ATEEZ album to be. Because the last K-pop album that I actually bought was Maxident from Stray Kids. That was the last like K-pop album that I splurged on.
Last K-pop album I got was the three albums from the Gorilla era.
Life was just difficult, and I was just like, yeah. But so that's where I'm at. And then I'm gonna rearrange my room and somehow find all my albums and start displaying them.
I got them all on some shelves on my wall, and shit looks pretty good.
I just have to like redo my room because like I have like BTS stuff hanging from where I saw them in Chicago and Las Vegas. So I have like all the stuff that I got there,
Hmm.
but I need to like rearrange it. Speaking of BTS, so not like Stray Kids or ATEEZ related, but Jungkook is coming out with a song with Jack Harlow. It comes out Friday, and I'm kind of excited about it.
Friday, and no one's heard anything about it.
Like, it's, I wouldn't say
There's no like
it's,
teaser or anything.
there's no teaser yet. Like, the only thing that is like came out about it was so how I even found out about it was because in my home state, we actually have a K-pop group. So like it's just like a group of people in my state that are into K-pop, and we kind of like share news, and it's like about everybody. And they shared a photo that said that Jungkook and Jack Harlow were coming out with a song together.
Hmm.
And I was like, what? This is what? And I thought it was made up. I thought it was made up. Then I went to Instagram because I was just scrolling through Instagram, and Jack Harlow posted it on his story, that same like teaser thing. But other than that, there's nothing about it. Like, there's no like um teaser clip. Like, you know how like sometimes they'll post like a teaser clip on TikTok?
Hmm.
There's no teaser clip. There's like no teaser on YouTube besides, I think, for what they're saying is that JK's album, like his EP or whatever that he's coming out with, is called 3D. But other than that, nobody knows shit.
Can I just say something?
Yeah.
I don't like, especially how BTS is now that they're like going single for like these next few years.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that they're coming out with English songs because it's like they're not English. Like they English is not their first language, and to me that just feels like they are getting pressured because they have so much more of an English fan
English.
base.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, no, I don't
I
know.
felt,
Something about it just really icks me because it's like
trust me,
they're
I felt the exact same way.
but it's like they're so popular because they were a K-pop band, and now that they're on like singles, both like JK and Taehyung and I think Jimin all have like came out with English English only songs, and it really kind of pisses me off.
Mm-hmm. They started doing that even like before because you had Dynamite,
Well,
you
yeah,
had
see,
Butter,
that's probably why I didn't like
um,
those songs as much. Those songs are not my favorites.
Permission to Dance.
Yeah,
Yeah, even before they
but I
split up.
but it's like it's more
Well, not
prominent
split
now.
up, but
It's more prominent now, but it's like I got into them through their Korean songs,
how
and
most everybody did.
I stopped liking them, or I stopped standing them as much when they got a lot bigger and their songs were more English, because then it just felt like the same shit that I've heard over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just getting tiring. And I hate how they're continuing on with that. And that's probably how they're going to continue when they come back together in 2025.
And I think the only one that really didn't do that was Suga,
Yeah.
was Yoongi. Yoongi was like the only one that kind of like really stayed with the whole entire Korean like genre thing.
Which, like, I understand putting out a couple songs or, like, even like just a few songs in English to satisfy, part of your fan base. But it's like when you make you know, most of your music for like the last 4 years, most of them like English songs, it's really like kind of disheartening. Like, it's like, I don't want to listen to that because I hear English songs every fucking day.
Mm-hmm.
Because like to me, with like K-pop songs, it's like an escape, okay? Because it's like feeling something different. Like, yeah, sure, maybe I don't know what they're saying, but it's like that's also the part that I like the most about it because then I feel like I can enjoy it more without having to be like, oh, what did that say? Because there's a lot
Oh,
of English songs that's like I understand part of it, but then it's like, huh? And I don't like the feeling of that. Like if I have to say huh for the whole entire song, it makes
mm-hmm.
sense. Like it just makes me just love the song. I don't know, because then I don't have conflicting feelings.
My coworker has he's really big into anime, right?
Hmm.
So it's Japanese. So I was showing him Stray Kids and ATEEZ. And I was playing the music videos, but it had the English
The
translation
subtitles,
at
yeah.
the yeah. And he said what I love about Korean songs is that they have more meaning to them
Oh yeah.
than English songs. And that's what really gets a lot of people into the Korean genre is because in English, it's always about the same shit. It's either about being heartbroken, fucking somebody,
You're
drinking.
literally you're literally just describing Jungkook's song 7.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know that
It's
he when he said that, and then now you're bringing this up, and I'm like, because that's why we get into the Korean stuff is because it's a lot more like it
right, because you're
appeals
not
to your emotions.
right, like you're not gonna hear like an English song that says every day and night I'm gonna chase you. Like, no, I've never heard that in an English song. Like, come on.
Don't even get me started on
Girl, I
Inception,
don't want to
bro.
hear it. That's my favorite song. You cannot take my favorite song. I don't even want to hear it.
Nah, my favorite song right now because it's spooky season.
Black Cat
Spooky
Nero.
is Black Cat Nero, but I have like really been getting back into Utopia.
Utopia is good.
Like Utopia was the first song I ever heard from ATEEZ, and I'm getting back into Utopia.
Girl, if you just would use Spotify instead of Apple Music, you could listen to the playlist that I have made. I want all of you to diss Luna right now for using Apple Music because the fuck? Use Spotify. Use Spotify.
No, because like I said, I'm an Apple lover,
Okay? Apple Music sucks ass.
but guess what? It comes basically for free with all the shit that I have purchased that I share with my family. Like iCloud storage.
Yeah,
Um,
but do you have the playlist that I have made for ATs? No. You can't argue with that.
no,
Exactly.
okay. Okay. I will download
It's like,
Spotify.
let me just tell you how long my playlist is. Hold on, because I have most of the songs. If
Okay.
not, well, I have most of them because some of them are just a little too slow or like they're like the
I
intro
will
whatever of the album.
download Spotify right now. I'm
My
download
this playlist bitch is 3 hours and 32 minutes long. Okay. Plus, it has Usan as the cover photo, so
Look, I'm downloading Spotify right now just
good,
for you.
good. Look at this shit. Scrolling everything. I have so many.
Well, the thing is, I can do the exact same on Apple Music and make a whole ass playlist.
Yeah, but is it mine? No.
See, this is what I do with y'all.
Anyways, if any of you want the playlist I have on Spotify, let me know and I will unprivate it and let everyone listen to it if you want it.
You're plugging your own shit. I love it.
Yeah, but it's privated, so but if anyone wants it, let me know.
Let her know in the comments.
Yeah, and maybe next episode I'll just plug it into the end and be like, here you go, bitches. The
Like,
ATEEZ playlist. Listen to it. I listen to that shit every day.
yeah.
And you can shuffle it however you want, bitch. However you want. You can start at whatever song you want. You want to start with Bouncy? Go to Bouncy. You want to start with Wonderland Symphony 9? Go to that. You want to start with Utopia? You want to start with Black Hat Nero? You want to start with Don't Stop? Whichever bit, whichever one. Whichever fucking one you want. You want to
I
start
don't
with The
know.
King, which I'm into that song right now.
I'm into
That song.
Precious.
Ooh, Precious is good too. I got that song on there too.
Precious, I don't know
I've got
why.
Dazzling Lights. I've got Star 11 or 1117. I've got all the shit. I've got Inception. I've got To the Beat. I've got Good
Oh,
Little Boy.
oh,
I've
good
got all
little
the shit.
boy. Thanks.
I've got Thanks.
Mm,
I've got Paradigm.
mm.
I've got Halazia. I've got New World. I've got Section 1. I've got The Ring. I've got Gorilla. I've got Where Do I Go? I've got Feeling Like I Do. I've got all the fucking shit, okay?
Also, too, just to end on this note, you know, these
You know,
people.
I know, Lino. Sorry, I had to. Sorry. You said it, I just had to do it. It was a given.
That was great though. I was not expecting that. But anyway, before we head off of here, I just have one thing to say. Fucking ATs having to rely on their feet and the vibrations from their feet
Oh yeah.
and the beat to do
Gorilla.
gorilla because ATs are chanting break the wall
So
so
loud.
loud is the most hottest thing ever.
It's so cool. I want to be a part of it one day.
Let's do it. I'll bring a megaphone.
I'll bring my fucking voice, dude. I don't need no megaphone. I got a megaphone right here with my hands. Mm.
Start barking at them. Just start barking at them. He's gonna sound like a she's gonna sound like a Rottweiler, and I'm gonna sound like the deformed Chihuahua that you get from your grandma. Just
Fuck. You sound like a fucking alien. He said,
demon dogs sound like. Okay,
oh gosh.
all right. This is fun.
I hope you guys enjoyed the shit talking. If you want more shit talking, let us know. We'll be
We
happy
just
to supply.
we just figured that instead of just trying to like find something to like talk about for each of it, we just figured we would just kind of like just shit talk what's happening in the world right now with staties.
And just anything. So
Love
we'll
y'all.
we'll catch y'all on the flippity flip.
Bye.
Bye.